Hello, everyone. Welcome to Self Love You. My name is Jenna Ryan, and I am a self-love coach. You can reach me at selfloveyouonline@gmail.com. I try to do a video every week that is meaningful to me as well as to my coaching clients. Today, I want to talk to you about liars. Liars, catching the liars in your life. I realized last year, actually, just recently, that there have been so many liars in my life that I would allow to exist without question. There were so many people that I allowed to be in my life that I didn't question when they went off on long tangents about this, that, and the other. Liars. There are people in your life who will lie to you if you let them. There are people in your life who want to lie to you. And it's up to you as a person who is assertive and who is wanting integrity and who values integrity. It is up to you to make sure that the people in your midst are honest and truthful as possible. Of course, you cannot control another person. If someone's going to lie, you cannot control that, but you can control how much access you give that person to you. So if someone is around you and they're lying in any way, shape, or form, which we're going to get into here, then it becomes very important to place boundaries, maybe even a wall for some levels of liars, so that you're not being drawn into the lie. People will lie to you for numerous reasons. They will lie to you in order to get something from you, like the future faker in the dating world. Someone who will act like they want a big, huge relationship with you when really all they want is your money. All they want is for you to buy them groceries. All they want is for you to, the sex. All they want is for you to be a prop for, other things. They're lying to you in order to get you to think a certain way so that you will buy into their narrative, buy into their illusion. So they're telling you big whoppers in order to get you to behave in a certain way. Liars are people who are lacking in integrity as a general rule. I mean, that's what a lie is. A lie is a non-truth. It's not reality. It's not really what happened. It's not really how things are. And it's not something that you want to base anything that you do on. You want to watch out. You want to make sure that the information coming into your database, coming into your world, is not a form of gaslighting, is not a form of lies, but is truth. You want to make sure what comes in is truthfulness. You want to make sure that truth is all around you instead of being fed with lies, okay? Lies can happen in what people say. You can have lies of commission, and you can have lies of omission. Lies can come into what people don't say. Like if you're, dating someone and she's actually married, but she didn't tell you. Well, that's a lie. Someone who is doing something behind your back and not telling you about it is lying. They're portraying themselves to be one way when in fact they are not that way. And they call, it's kind of like a fraud. It's kind of like a fraudulent contract. When you enter into a business contract and you believe things to be a certain way and things are really not that way, it is a fraud. You don't, if you sign a contract, it needs to be clear. That's why we have lawyers. That's why we have courts. That's why we have the justice system, is to weed out the lies because, we're on the honor system here in life. And so we hope that people around us will be honest. And if you are an honest person, you may think that everyone around you is also honest. However, unfortunately, they are not. And I have found this. I'm a very honest person because when I was little, I got in a lot of trouble for lying. That was a huge thing. And I mean, I was traumatically taught that lies are bad. So I'm very honest. And so for me, if somebody's lying, I don't even know it because I don't even think in terms of lies. And so it really took me a while to realize, oh my goodness, there are some liars out there. And I think it's important. I think that in the child development that there's a point in your stage of growth and development as a child, I think it's around 5 or whatever, when it's important to respect the child's ability to lie because, lying in some cases is important, but not whenever you're trying to manipulate and, not when you're trying to manipulating others to get gain or to exploit them or to cause them to feel a certain way so that you can sabotage them and sadistically use them and abuse them. That's not, you don't want a liar like that in your life. Who needs that? So a liar can can lie by commission, which means they can tell you, I have $100,000 in the bank. I am, da 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 and da 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 da, and I'm moving to Dallas, and I'm looking for a house, and you could go and spend all week long trying to find this person a house, and come to find out they don't even know where they're moving. In fact, they're still married and living with their wife. People can lie. They can tell you things to get you to do things, to cause you to do things, to cause you to think a certain way, so that you will have expectations that they then are unable to meet or to reconcile. People can lie by omission. People can lie by commission. People can lie because they feel insecure about themselves. People may feel insecure about themselves, so they come and tell you all this stuff about them so that you think that they're better than they are, and they could be just trying to trigger your insecurity in yourself. So they're sitting there telling you that they have all this stuff that they really don't have it all, and why do they do it? Because they know that you're going to put up with it. They know you're going to believe them. They know that you're going to not question them, and they know that they get some sort of self-esteem from the temporary understanding that you think that they have something that they don't. So they'll lie, 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 lie. They will lie about you to other people. Some people want to control their environment. Some people want to control the relationships in their midst. Some people want you to be alienated or ostracized or left out of the family or left out of other things. And so they'll lie. They'll lie about you. They'll lie to your face, act like, be two-faced. They'll be one way to your face and another way behind your back. That's a form of lying. That is something that you want to have cut out of your life. You want to back up from people that are being two-faced, that are being fake, that are acting like they like you, but in actuality, they can't stand you because they're envious of you or because they don't like you for whatever reason. They're wanting to use you. Those are people you want to put on the back burner. Those are the people you want to get away from. Those are the people that, it just depends on how useful they are to you. I mean, you have to get down to brass tacks because I know you're a lovely person and you don't want to use people. But if you're being used, you have to start to look at people as to whether they're useful to you. Because, people that are just going to come close to you and use you and lie to you and get you to believe things and get you to do things for them based upon their false premises, then those are not people that are useful to you at all. And you owe it to yourself to protect yourself from this kind of behavior so that you can live a happy, free life that's filled with people who are honest and true. There are honest and true people out there, but you just have to know how to recognize a lie. And you have to learn to categorize people in your life and let people come close to you who are honest and keep people who are lying away from you or far away or farther away. So, I love the video. I did an audio of this, and, I talk about confronting the liars in your life. And every day I think about that audio I did because I'm doing it right now in my life. And it's like confronting them. What do you do when you're confronting a liar? When you're confronting a liar, you are asking for receipts. You're asking probing questions. You're not just taking things at face value. If someone told you that they just did this, this, and this, oh, really? And where was that? And how did that happen? Oh, really? I don't believe you. You can say that. You can say that to people. You can say, prove it. I don't believe that. That's crazy. That's too amazing. That's too amazing to be true. And half the time you will find that if you have a little inkling in your mind that there's some kind of lie going on, that's your intuition telling you, check this a little bit deeper. Begin to ask probing questions. Begin to ask questions. This is such a wonderful thing. When I realize I have the right to ask questions. I have the right to get information. I'm a whole person. I don't have to take everybody at face value. So I'll just put it to you this way. I was looking for a CPA. this past week. And this particular CPA, and it's, to handle a little thing for me. And he's like, and I'm like asking him questions because I want to make sure that I get someone good who works with my business, who can handle all of the things that I do. And I'm looking for somebody that I can get along with because that's important to me. And part of interacting with me and part of my boundaries and part of my, system for sussing out people that are not trustworthy is, am I able to ask questions? Am I able to ask them things? And so he gave me his fee and I said, and what will you be doing? And he literally said, if you don't trust me, don't use us. And I go, the way that you find out if someone's trustworthy, I actually said this back. I said, the way that you find out if someone's trustworthy is if you ask them questions and they answer them frankly, because that's how you find out. If somebody's just going to tell you, trust me blindly, give me your money, and that's it, then you're going to have some trouble down the road because you don't have you have no truth. You just have a bunch of believe me, believe me, believe me, trust me, trust me, trust me. And then whenever he said, if you don't trust me, us, the company, don't use us. So basically that was like trying to put it back on me, making me look like the bad guy for asking questions, I'm just doing due diligence. It's wise to do due diligence. It's wise to ask questions. And someone who's honest and someone who is honorable is not going to be offended when you ask questions, when you want information, when you want receipts for things, when you want references, when you want to know what they're going to be doing for the money that they're charging you. I guess this particular CPA only deals with doormats because this doormat doesn't live here anymore. I am now a strong person with a backbone, and I don't tolerate liars. I don't tolerate lies in my life, and I don't just take everything at face value. I probe, I ask beneath the surface, unless I know that the person is trustworthy, and that can be, I could know that as well. But if I have any, just catching the liars in your life, if someone is telling you things, you need to ask. You need to know. You need to be able to prove it up. And if they have a problem proving things up, and they have a problem, most people who are lying to you will really get nervous if you start asking questions. And I'm not saying you're interrogating. You do this with very kind, very sweet, matter-of-fact, kind, mannerisms, and you don't want to, become a holy terror. But just being, assertive and saying and asking questions, people that are dishonest and not upfront with you and looking to bamboozle you and looking to walk all over you and looking to use you and looking for somebody who will lay down and be a doormat, they are not going to like you if you are asking questions. They're going to see that as a red flag that you are not good food. You are not good to exploit. And they're going to move on to someone who's easier. So I'm not saying you want to be, obnoxious about it, but confronting the liars in your life, not allowing them to exist, and just start noticing, oh my God, that is a big whopper. That person just told me a big whopper. Wow, that's interesting. Why did they tell me that whopper? What are they going to get out of that, what they just told me? Are they going to get anything from me? Why would they feel the need to tell me that? Were they trying to get information? Were they trying to poke at my soft spots? Were they trying to trigger me? Were they trying to cause me to feel insecure? Were they trying to get someone else to feel a certain way about me so that they could control the narrative? Were they trying to create an illusion? Are they trying to trigger me and make me go into a trance where I'm just like thinking they're wonderful because I think something about them that's not true? Are they trying to manipulate me? Are they trying to take from me? Are they trying to exploit me? Whatever the case may be, I'm not tolerating it. I'm going to stand up for myself. I'm going to have boundaries, and I'm going to ask for receipts and question things and not just sit here and go, okay. I'm not going to fawn. I'm not going to be your girl who is going to be the one who's going to sit around while people lie to me. Not going to happen. So as I tell the universe that, as I tell God, hey, I don't want liars anymore. I don't want liars. You know what? Satan is the father of lies. I don't want any more liars. That will cause space in my life for people who are more truthful, who are more honest, and that I can ask questions of without them being offended, that I like to know the truth, and I like to know I'm dealing with the truth, and I like to reconcile things. And that's what I have to say for today. I'm Jenna Ryan. Until next time, I will talk to you soon.